Hello, this is Mark Tucker. I'm here to introduce to you a tool called Rhetoro. It's going to be a tool that we can use for text-to-speech processing if we want to create maybe some audio files based off of some text, or if we want to test out different TTS providers, whether that be Google, Amazon, Microsoft, IBM. So it's a tool that you could use as a voice interface designer or conversation designer to get some text-to-speech or to play around with some different things. Or maybe you're in a situation where you have some audio that you're going to use for voiceovers, but you want some placeholder audio until the voiceover artist can actually record the true audio. You could use a tool like this. This is a plugin for Google Sheets or Google Doc. So let's go ahead and get started with a Google Doc over here. It's got just a single column with some words in it, and then actually some SSML for an advanced use case here. In order to use this tool, we're going to have to go to extensions and add-ons and to get add-ons. That's going to take us to the marketplace, and this is where we're going to search for Rhetoro. Here we go. So it's going to be Rhetoro, and we can search on it, and there we go. Mine's already installed, so the screen's going to look a little bit different for you. It'll give you a chance to install it. So this just installs Rhetoro, and it's free to install, and you get a certain number of free characters before you need to pay for it. And so you get to try it out. So that just installs the add-on. In order to associate it with this spreadsheet, then you need to go back to extensions, and down here at the bottom there's Rhetoro menu, and there's a Start Rhetoro. So what you'll see is that there's going to be a side panel that shows up off to the right, and let's just take a look about what is included in that. There's a top section that allows you to pick an audio source. In this case, our choices are Google, Microsoft, IBM, or Amazon. Based on what you select there and in what language you want, then you can pick what TTS voice it's going to use. So here's the option of voices that you can select from. And you can do some slight, easy manipulation of what would be done in SSML by changing the speed or the pitch. We're not going to do that. When you start off here, you'll have an initial limit of 10,000 characters. And we'll talk about how that's determined here in just a minute. And down here at the bottom, there's a way that you can get an additional 10,000 characters by doing a review, or you can click on this shopping cart, and for $8.99 you can get an additional 100,000 characters. And that's what I've done. That's why I have so many here. So you'll notice that I've already done one run over here, but let's take a look at how to do that. Let's say I've got the right source and the right the language and everything else set. I'm good with what I want. Then I'm going to select the cell that has the word in it that I want, or the phrase. And this could be like 1 or 2 words. It could be a sentence or two, or like I say before, it could be some SSML. So what you'll notice is that when I click on that here, then it might take a minute, but this generate button over here is going to change. And notice that there's 3 characters in the word to, and so it's going to say when I click on this button to generate the audio file, that's actually where it's going to go up to the server and create the audio file and make that available. Then it's going to decrement that number from our characters remaining until we run out, and we'll have to refill our supply of characters that we can use. So let's go ahead and do that. It's important to note if we're not doing a Google Sheet, you're doing a Google Doc, then you'll just highlight the text that you want to be spoken as opposed to the cell in this case. So it's going to take just a little bit. I'm going to click Generate, and that's where it's going to go ahead and actually create the Poly TTS voice. And you notice that it added it here, and you get a little play button so you can play and see what it sounds like.
2.
So there's Matthew's voice saying the word to. You can hover over this icon. It'll tell you that it was Matthew's voice and what the settings were. You can go ahead and copy the URL to where this file is, or you can click on download and it will open it up in the browser.
2,
And it will play it, and so you can
2,
play it again. You can go ahead then here, download it and rename it, and use it however you want to use it. So let's take a look a little bit more over here. There's this bookmark. If you want to keep this thing pinned in the list of transcriptions that you've done, then you can go ahead and click that bookmark. These character symbols, like this square, just relates to like which provider. In this case, the orange square means Amazon, and in this case, the orange circle means that it's Matthew. If I were to switch to, let's go ahead and switch to Johanna. I can go ahead and generate that again. It's going to be a different voice now. You'll notice that the icons change. It's just kind of a way of visually grouping that, oh, these were the same and that's different. But let's listen to this voice.
2.
So there's Joanna's voice. All right, great. So for those advanced users, there is the ability to do SSML. And you can go to this website called ssml.guru, and here are the different, it talks a little bit about what SSML is, all the different supported tags. But you could click on Polly, which is the voice that I'm using, and you could go and see all the different supported tags from Polly and figure out how to format this. And all I did was, like under this using phonetic pronunciation, I just copied the sample here and made sure that it was all on one line of text. And that's what I pasted over here. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like. Once again, it might take a little bit to figure out, okay, that's 138 characters for that. And let's change that and let's have that back in Matthew's voice. So let's generate that and then we'll see what this says. Here we go.
You say, pecan. I say, pecan.
So it's using the phonemes and the phonetic alphabet to go ahead and change the pronunciation of different words. So this was just a quick video to introduce you to the Rhetoro tool. I found it very useful and quick to just generate lots of audio files or to experiment with the text-to-speech. And if you like it, go ahead and support the creators of this. It's my friend Dennis, and who's worked on this, and just happy text-to-speech. Thanks.